Hello, I'm here with my two actresses, Anaïs de Moustier and Romain Duris.
Okay, we're going to get things started up here. I'd like to start with a question to Francois. I think your films have explored the feminine performance in a wonderful way. What inspired you to tell this particular story?
Actually, the film comes from the reading of a short story by Ruth Rundle. I read it 20 years ago. I loved it. I tried to do a short film of it, but I didn't find the money and the actress, or the actor. And I had still in mind this story, and last year I worked again on it, and I tried to do an adaptation, and it took me time to find a way to adapt it and to find the key to empathize with the character and to do. Why do you like? So it was difficult to know how to begin the film. That was the really difficult thing for me.
Well, I think it ended very well. We can all attest to that. Just a question for both Romain and Anaïs. If maybe you could each talk about what you found most challenging or most fun or enjoyable about making this film.
I'll try in English and switch to French if I can't. To me, the most interesting was that when I read the script, my character was very quiet, and I had a lot of things to create and imagine on the set, and yeah, I just enjoyed this love story and this so particular relationship.
High heels.
I missed it. You're lucky. And I don't know how to say épilation. Waxing. Waxing. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That was a challenge.
Okay, we'll throw it up to you guys now. Is there a question for anyone? Yes, in the middle, wearing white for the camera.
Very entertaining film with lots of turns and surprises. When can we expect a sequel?
I think that was good projection, but the question was, when can we expect a sequel? Lots of great twists and turns.
Virginia 2. Yes, it could be a good idea. Yes, if you have some script for me, I'm okay. And I think Romain is okay too. No?
Yeah.
Okay, next question, just in front here.
Yeah. Has this film screened in France at all, and what was the reception in France? Because I know that the demographic there is a little bit different.
The film is not yet released in France. It will be in November, so it's our premiere here in Toronto. But of course, we are a little bit anxious about France because last year there were a lot of protests of people against
Gay marriage.
So it was a shock for us to see that that people could protest against the rights for gay community or another couple. And we thought it happened just in North America, but actually it happens too in France. So we are very curious to know how people will react. But for me, I try not to shock with this film. I try to give the opportunity to people to share the intimacy of these characters and try to show the complexity of desire. And for me, it's really a film about freedom.
J'ai une autre question. Est-ce que c'est la production compagnie française? Is that a company, a French company, or is it a Canadian, another?
It's a French company, but we shoot 2 weeks in Canada, so there is a co-production with Canada.
Thank you.
For the locations.
Bon, merci.
Okay, just on the aisle over here.
Okay. Thank you. Congratulations on the film. Loved it. I noticed you chose a clip from Waterloo Bridge that was playing in the background. Was there a specific reason for that?
I love this movie. It was enough. Yes, it's a melodrama I really love and enjoy when I discovered it. And actually, I tried different themes I like, and I think the song, the music worked very well, especially with the scene with the perv. You say the perv? The pervert? Pervert.
Just in the back of the front section, yeah.
I just want to compliment those two actors on how real it felt. It felt so very real.
Just yeah, just a compliment for both of you. You both felt very natural and real, and you're outstanding. Okay, down in front.
At the epilogue, at the very end, are you supposed to? Did Claire end up with Virginia, or she's still with Gilles, or
What did you feel?
or is it open for I thought it was open for interpretation.
Yes. Have you seen she's pregnant?
Yes.
Because not everybody see that.
Yeah. No, I
No.
got that. I didn't know whose it was.
You are a good audience. And who do you think is the father?
I don't know.
What? Gilles? Straight people.
Raise your hand if it's Gilles.
Gay people and straight people. Do you think it's Gilles? Who thinks it's Gilles? Woman? Ah, a man.
It was Jill because it was too obvious that she would be with David.
Romain, did you?
My interpretation of because she was so
I
fresh.
thought it was me.
So we need a sequel. We need a sequel to explain that. But it was a choice to give the freedom to everybody to interpret the end as he wants. And it's very funny because we realized there are a lot of different options for people. But for me, what?
I am the only one who knows. And to me, it's Virginia.
Okay, next question. Yes, just in the back.
I just want to tell you that I love the music you use, especially Nicole Croiset's Une femme avec toi, une femme. And I wondered if you chose that, if that song was originally written for a transvestite or not, because I always thought it was for.
No, it was a big hit in France in the 70s.
Yes.
But it's funny because when I spoke with travestites who do that, who do show in nightclubs, they said to me, we never use this song because it's too melodramatic for them. And for me, it was obvious to use it. And it's funny because it works in the two different situations. And she's a very good singer.
That's just towards the back here.
Continuing about music, did you intentionally want Delilah to be seducing Samson there in the hotel scene? From Samson's Delilah.
Of course, of course.
Okay, next one.
And it's sung by Klaus Nomi. I don't know if you know this interpretation of Klaus Nomi. No, he's a singer of the 80s who was a kind of creature, and he died from AIDS. And I really love his interpretation because it's a man singing a song for a woman.
Okay, there was one in the middle section somewhere. Yes, go ahead.
Félicitations, c'était vraiment un film merveilleux. Ma question c'est pour Monsieur Duris. Je vais poser la question en anglais.
Thank you.
I was just curious to know what preparation you did for the role, and whether during that preparation it revealed, or you discovered something about yourself that you didn't know.
No, it was it was a physical training, for high heels and to feel something natural with my feminine side. And so I work with a dancer, a choreographer, who teach me, who allowed me to walk in a different way. And that's it. After, I think, I did that for a month, and after, I think I was comfortable with I needed to trust my part of femininity. I needed to think it's not going to be ridiculous. And so at this moment, after, when I felt something inside, it was okay, and after I could think about the psychology of the character. But the physical was the first step, you know, and after I spoke with François. After we had the process of the makeup to choose what kind of makeup, and the wings and everything, and the dresses. So it was, comment on dit, un processus régulier.
A regular process.
A sweet process.
Okay, just on the corner over here. Yes, go ahead. Romain, do you miss Virginia?
A lot. A lot, and I don't know how I can do it again. I don't know.
Did you keep the wardrobe?
I keep the high heels. And I love it.
Okay, we have time for a few more questions. Yes, towards the back. When did you start growing a beard?
2 months ago, but it's for a role, so I have to. Terrible.
Yes, just down in front.
Well, I think a pivotal thing for me in the movie was when you said that there were things that man cannot express that are really feminine in our world. It's very hard. So there are also things that women can't easily express that are more the masculine side of the personality. And so that to me would be a wonderful sequel.
The comment was that it's sometimes challenging maybe as a man to represent things that are very feminine, and maybe it would be interesting to see the reverse, to see a woman try to represent things that were very masculine. Just an idea for your sequel.
Good idea. I have to think about it.
Francois, I just have another question for you. You're so prolific. You make films almost every year. We had Young and Beautiful here, Jeune et Jolie, last year. I just wanted to know, like, you're even though you make films, what seems like very quickly, you're able to get very deeply into the subject matter. So maybe you could just elaborate kind of on your process and how long everything takes you. And
you know, for me, making a film is a pleasure first. It's not a work, and especially when I work with such actors, it's a game. You know, we have a lot of joy, and I like that. So when I won't like it anymore, I will stop. But for the moment, it's a real pleasure, and I'm very lucky because my films in France are successful enough to give me the freedom to do what I want. So I use this freedom.
Well, they're a pleasure to watch as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Just maybe one more question for Romain and Anaïs. If you could, how did you first learn about the project? And how did the kind of casting develop between the three of you?
I had to make an audition, a classical audition. François thought I was too young for the character, and I had to prove him that I was the best one for the role. And thanks to Romain, we made a good audition, and I got the part.
Did you do it together?
Yeah, together.
And Romain, how about yourself?
I received a phone call from François.
Easier.
No. He asked me for if I wanted to play this kind of character, and
But we did test with the makeup.
yes, it was funny. The first.
You were very excited.
Thank you, François.
And I knew you were the part. It was obvious for me when I see you as a woman, even with bad makeup and a dreadful wig. You were Virginia.
Okay, that's all we have time for today, but thank you so much for